Hi there and welcome to the free Facebook marketing training for the Wolfpack Mastermind. This is a mini course for hungry entrepreneurs hosted by myself, Carissa Hill, and I am very much looking forward to giving you some sneaky secrets that you can start to use in your Facebook marketing to help grow your business very quickly from this point forward. So you've probably seen other businesses having amazing success using Facebook. So what I'd like you to think about quickly is, like, what are they actually doing that you're not? How come they have thousands of followers, constant interaction on their posts, tons of happy customer reviews? It looks like they're raking it in financially, and they probably are. In this video, I'm about to share with you some tips that will help you instantly improve your Facebook business page, and also share with you the exact ways that I've personally used Facebook ads to bring in thousands of dollars a day for my own businesses and have helped my clients to do the same. So if you don't have a pen and paper handy, you might want to grab one, take some notes. I always recommend it's better to physically write things down rather than take screenshots or save things, because then it actually implants it into your subconscious mind and you're more likely to remember it later rather than typing on your phone and things. And also, if you're not a member yet, please come over and join me for a coffee in my free Facebook group. It's just called Coffee with Carissa. You can search for it on Facebook. There's lots of free business tips in there all the time. Everybody's like making friends with each other. I occasionally do live trainings, and yeah, it's just a very happy, positive, caffeinated vibe. No complaining or venting allowed in this group. It's very upbeat. Alright, so first of all, I just want to introduce myself to you quickly. Obviously, my name's Carissa. I'm a born entrepreneur, which means I'm one of those people that starts businesses out of everything, and even as a child, I was starting little businesses. I would sell lollipops. I would buy lollipops before school and sell them for double in class. Other little things, like when I got my first digital camera as a teenager, instead of taking photos of friends and family like a normal person, I would take macro shots of flowers and sell prints on eBay and make money from it. And I started my very first business. I started when I was 19 years old, and that was in web and graphic design. I was self-taught in graphic design because I've always been a bit arty, but my dad is actually a web developer, so I learned how to make websites from him when I was quite young. When I was 21 years old, I discovered I was a girl. Previously, I was a bit of a tomboy growing up, and I got into beauty stuff, specifically spray tans, because I'm naturally really white and I could never tan in the sun. And then found hair extensions after that, because my hair is naturally very, very fine. So when I had extensions for the first time, I thought, hey, this is great. I can actually have long, nice hair. So I did that. I grew that business with my web and design skills, and also online marketing skills that I didn't really know that I was good at the time. I've always just kind of known what people want, or what people want to see online. So that's always led to me being able to easily get a lot of customers, I suppose, quite quickly. So I used MySpace before Facebook existed to grow that little beauty salon that I had started in my garage into a shop, and then I hired 2 people to work in there to do the work, and then I basically duplicated the process into another shop, and then another shop, and then another shop, and then had mobile technicians working as well. I realized when I was about 22, 23 that I was more interested in being the business owner rather than the business operator, and I'd prefer to be the one that comes up with the ideas and brings the clients in, rather than actually in the business doing the work. And from there on, for the last few years, there came a point where I realized that most people that I was talking to, other business owners, were asking me, how do you do that? More so than actually asking me about the beauty services. So that's when I decided to become a coach and start teaching marketing, and everything's just kind of taken off rapidly from there, and getting myself and lots of people some really great results. So I say here that I lost myself and found myself again, because I did multiple times, and I still do. I have what I call business bipolar, which is the creative entrepreneur high ups and downs. So yeah, that's a bit fun. It's kind of similar between a lot of people that are creative, high achieving business owners, I've noticed. Part of the ride, really. But yes, when I had the beauty salons, I was still feeling a little bit unfulfilled, and kind of like I had a bigger purpose, and so that's where I'm finally at now. and I like to help other people to find what they really love in their businesses and do more of that and kind of let go of things that they don't enjoy. I've travelled a lot, been to lots of different countries since I was 25, so over the last 5 years. I think I went overseas 4 times last year. Haven't been at all this year because when I'm recording this video right now I'm pregnant, so we're not going anywhere. And I'm Facebook marketing obsessed, and I literally am. Like, anytime anyone has any business concern or needs to know how to make more money, I'm just like, why don't you just do this on Facebook? And they go, can you do that? Yes, you can. I'm an ideas machine. My number one strength is coming up with ideas, so I'm very business ideas specifically to make money, and I really like to just be a real person and make business and making money fun, because it doesn't have to be hard and stressful like people make it out to be. When you understand what you're doing, you can do anything, and it can be really lots of fun. So now we're just going to touch on what is actually possible with Facebook marketing. So these are some things that I have achieved personally and that I've helped my clients to achieve. Basically thousands of fans who love your business and your brand. Currently I think I've got 7,000 fans on my own page, 3,000 in my group, nearly up to 4,000. On my other businesses pages, we've got 11,000 on one of them, 9,000 on another, and all with really dedicated fans that interact a lot with you. That's ideally what you want, not just the numbers for the sake of it. Constant leads, inquiries and sales, like I'm talking every single day, messages coming through, people asking about your products and services, and you can make sales directly through your Facebook page. I do all the time. I hardly ever do emails or phone calls anymore. It's just people making bookings through Facebook, and even paying deposits and placing orders and signing up for programs and things through Facebook. So thousands and thousands of dollars per day. For the last few years I've been doing anywhere from $1,000 to $4,000 a day just from sales coming through Facebook. You can grow your business to any level rapidly, because this is the potential of it. Like, when you get an ad that works, you can just scale it and keep growing the business very quickly, and you can run your business from anywhere if you outsource the work, and that's one of my favorite parts. So yeah, really, if you're a bit of a nomad, if you like traveling, you can be anywhere with a Wi-Fi connection and still be taking bookings and payments and making money through your Facebook page. So these are just a couple of little results that I wanted to show you from some people. So Hayley Williams was one of them. When she first started the course, she was working her ass off in her business, not getting much in return, but then since April, when she started, I think this is like a 3-month result kind of thing, she's now employed 3 new staff, looking at starting another location. And she said, just wanted to say thanks to Carissa and everyone in the group, because I wouldn't have had the lady balls to even consider adding another location before she joined. So that was great. This next one, I can't remember the name. Some people like me to take their names off the testimonials. I invested in Carissa Hill's program 3 months ago. It took me the first month to get my ass into gear, opened and listened to the first 5 videos, implemented the strategies to some posts, and boom, have not finished the program yet, but I've sold my key treatment 5 times, which equates to $11,000. So that was really impressive, I thought. Alicia has sat down, updated her scorecard from the sales from Facebook ads that she pulled in since she started the course, and it came to $7,200. Sorry, I'm joking a little bit. This course has been the best investment for me, and I'm super excited for the rest of 2016. And Kirsty has reached another milestone. Last week she did record sales in her business. She said her self-belief still needs some work, but the business has grown more than 5 times since May last year. So that's just a little bit over 12 months, and she's 5 times the business. So that was super cool. So here's the thing though, really, a lot of business owners still think and say things like, Facebook ads don't work for me. And I say, cough, I call bullshit, because it's obvious that they do work. It's just people have got to get the things right that people want to see from you. So that's what I'm going to cover now. So this is just something, like, I'm not sure if you're watching this now, if you are currently paying for advertising, or if you're not, but this is just one of my quotes, favorite quotes regarding advertising, which is that, why is it that a man wakes up after sleeping under an advertised blanket on an advertised mattress, pulls off advertised pajamas, bathes in an advertised shower, shaves with an advertised razor, brushes his teeth with advertised toothpaste, washes with advertised soap, puts on advertised clothes, drinks a cup of advertised coffee, drives to work in an advertised car, and then refuses to advertise his business, believing it doesn't pay off. And later, if business is poor, he advertises it for sale. This is one of the main reasons that most businesses stay small. They don't learn how to advertise themselves effectively. Or sometimes they'll spend little bits of money on advertising here and there, but because they're not investing in a consistent marketing campaign that's working to keep growing the business consistently, they're not growing, or they get stuck at the same level, or they wonder why they don't have enough customers or money and that kind of thing. So advertising, when you do it right, is just amazing, and I am completely obsessed with it. So when people generally say that their Facebook ads didn't work for them, this is the main reason why. There's 4 different reasons. The first one is that sometimes the ads are in front of the wrong people, which means they haven't got the targeting right, which means they don't understand who they're talking to, or they may not understand how to use Facebook targeting the right way. Or yes, the main reason is they don't know who they're talking to, or they're talking to the wrong customer awareness level and stuff like that. The second reason is that it's too salesy and looks too much like an ad. And so it's really important to realize that when people go onto social media, they're there to be social, they're not there to be sold to. So way to make your ads really successful is to keep them quite natural, quite personal, a bit fun, have a bit of personality in there. C is a crap offer. I've put this one in bold because it's probably the most common reason why ads don't work, is that what people are offering just isn't what people want, or they haven't gone about it in the right way. And D is that there's no brand personality or unique selling proposition. So a lot of people know what a brand is, but they still think it's kind of just like a logo and colors, whereas really your brand kind of has to have a personality on Facebook and social media to be able to get people emotionally invested in your business. And that's what you want. You don't just want likes on your page. You want people to actually like and love you and want to follow you and want to get involved in your business and want to, support you and rave about you, basically, and do business with you, obviously. So yeah, this is what's actually possible with Facebook. You can spend less money than your lunch per day, which means, $5 a day can make you lots and lots of money. You can maximize the profits from each new client by building really great relationships with them, keep them coming back, get them talking about you, tagging you, and that kind of thing. You can actually double or triple your business in 12 months or less, as I said, from scaling it. So the first part generally that I get my clients to figure out or go through is to get an ad that works, or get a couple of ads that work really well to keep bringing in leads and sales, and then basically just scale that to get to whatever level they want. Brand recognition and value increase. So you can grow your brand and become very well known on social media if you do it really well, and it'll increase the value of your brand too if you have a large social following and database that has come from Facebook. And everyone's on Facebook. That's the thing. There's billions of people. So all of the people that are out there ready to buy from you, they're there. They just need to see the right thing in front of them. You can grow your email list and your customer database and leverage from that. As I mentioned before, you can run your business from anywhere, and you can basically generate new leads and customers on demand, like turning on a tap when you get the process right. So you never really have to worry about where your next customer is going to come from when you have marketing that works well. So this is a general little example that I've made up of how it works. Probably if you want to pause this and write down your own numbers, that would be great, because then you'll see exactly kind of what would be possible for your products and services that you sell. So in this case, we're just going to use a generic one that I've made up. So just imagine that you either have a product or a service that you sell for $199. Now you do up a really great boosted post for that, which has, a great offer, great wording, great image, great branding. Now let's say you get 7 inquiries from that $5 boosted post and 1 sale, which is normal. Some people freak out. They're like, oh, I had 10 people inquire, but only 1 people bought. What do I do with the other ones? And then I say, did you make money from that? that's fine, do it again. So what I would do then is obviously keep running it at $5 a day and keep bringing in one sale a day, so you're making $200 a day. Next, what you do once that's running consistently for a little while and you know that it's working and you get your sales process working well, which means you practice your conversations, you start converting more inquiries into sales, etc. Then you can systemize all of that too with the saved responses on Facebook. You can change it to $10 a day and up and double that, and then you start getting $2 a day. So that means generally that you're turning about $70 a week into $19.90 sales per week, $1,990 per week. So now what you have to pay attention to also is the lifetime value of your customer. So if you have a product or service or a customer that comes in and pays $199 and they come back to your business every single month, or they tell other people and refer other people to you, it depends on your business model as to how this works, but ideally you need to maximize the lifetime value of your customer in order to grow your business or scale your business quite well. The lifetime value is basically how many times that customer comes in. So yes, if that customer comes on average once a month, they spend $199 a month with you, the lifetime value for that one customer is actually $2,388 per year. So rather than looking at that as making $199 off a $5 boosted post, you can now look at that as though you've spent $5 to add over $2,000 to your business revenue for the year. Now, if you're getting 2 new clients per day, on average 5 days a week, for 52 weeks of the year, that's 104 new clients per year that you've added into your business, and you would have spent approximately, roughly $3,650 ad spend every year if you're spending about $10 a day. And if all of those clients go into a really, really great sales process and relationship building process, which is another thing that I love to teach people how to do, that adds up to $248,352 in sales for your company. So this is the exact strategy that I use personally myself. You can grow a really successful business just with 1 or 2 ads that work and keep them running. Does not make sense to me when people have something that works and then they stop it and think of something else and start from scratch again. You just keep running whatever's working, basically. Your customer's always going to get, you are going to get bored of what you do quicker than the customers are. So have a think about what the lifetime value of your customers are. Is it, if you've got something that people come back for, that's great. Or is there a way that you can get people to buy again? Or is there a way that you can leverage from them and get referrals? It totally, as I said, it depends on your business model and what you sell, but the more that you can increase the lifetime value of one customer, the more money you can make in your business. So by following this above strategy, when I had my beauty salons, I got that up to $300,000-$400,000 in sales just by following this principle. And in my newest business, we're getting close to 7 figures just by doing this continuously and scaling it. So that's how it works. So you really need to get clear on what you want from Facebook if you're going to start taking it seriously and you want to grow your business quite large, you want to make lots of money. Have a think about, are you just wasting your time and life on it really? Are you just scrolling through, waiting for notifications, waiting for things to like and comment on? Or are you using it strategically to improve your business, your financial situation, your lifestyle? Most people are doing the top one, whereas if they just change slightly the things that they were actually doing on Facebook, they don't need to find any extra time, they don't need to make any extra time. Their time is already on Facebook. You've just got to change the way that you spend it. So what I'd like you to do now is to just ask yourself these questions and do a little visualization if you want, because that's always going to help you to be able to actually reach your goals when you can clearly picture it in your head. So, if you want to, you can close your eyes or you can write down the answers to these things as I say them out. There is this really cool little NLP/quantum physics exercise that a lot of hypnotherapists use where if you're into like manifesting or anything like that, NLP suggests that the position that you move your eyes in, it's true, like if you are trying to think of something, you will look up to the top right, or you will like if you're trying to think of something that doesn't exist yet. Whereas if you're trying to remember something, your eyes usually will go to the left where you're trying to recall a memory. And if your eyes look to the left and down, that's like a past memory or something. So what you can do when you're doing these visualizations in your business, this is a little bit off topic from Facebook, but it's worked for me, it's quite cool, is you can actually, when you're visualizing the results that you want, close your eyes, but make sure you're kind of looking to the bottom left, and almost picture the results that you want, but as if they're a memory that already happened. Because quantum physics says that everything that has happened in your life like has already happened. Everything that will happen has already happened. So you're kind of almost controlling your own future and manifesting this. And I know it sounds a bit woo-woo if you're not into any of that kind of stuff, but you know, I've done it frequently and it friggin' works, so it doesn't hurt to try. So if you want to try that, you can do that now. First of all, I'd like you to imagine how many likes would you like to have on your Facebook page. Get a really clear number in your head. Don't limit yourself either. Like, you know, some people think, oh, 2,000. Oh, why not go 200,000? Go bigger than that. But more importantly than how many likes on your page, how many actual clients or sales per day do you want in your business? And, you know, is it just you working in your business? Is it how many staff do you have? How many locations do you have? Try and think about the amount of money that's coming into the bank account every single day. Well, now, what do you want people to actually say and think about your business and your Facebook page? This is kind of your brand reputation. So you really want to know what you want people to be able to say and think about you when they're talking about you, or when the subject of something that you do comes up. What kinds of things do your clients actually want to see from you? That's something else to have a think about. Some people don't, a lot of people don't know, and that's why they're not doing that well on social media. They're just posting things hoping that people are going to like it, because they don't actually know what their clients want to see. So this is something that you maybe have to do a little bit of work on, just with client conversations and customer research and trial and error. Try lots of different things, pay attention to what works. How much money would you like to be making per week or per month? Now, this is for you. This isn't just the business. Like, obviously, I try and encourage everybody to pay themselves, so the business money comes in and then you pay yourself, and then all the bills get paid. And really think about how much time right now are you wasting on Facebook. Be really honest that you probably could be using more effectively, because when you think about that, you know, you could be wasting a lot of money and a lot of your life. Because what's coming next after this is that the way that you spend your time is responsible for the way that your life and business turns out. And it's a bit of a sobering fact, but it's true. And when you realize that you're wasting it doing a lot of things that are not making you happier, or not growing your business, or not taking you further towards you want to be, some people get this kind of little kick in the guts and like, rightio, I've got to take responsibility for this. And that's the kind of people that I like. So now I just want to chat a little bit about, if you're not getting much engagement on your Facebook page, this is generally why. So I have this little saying, like, if nobody is liking your stuff, it generally means that nobody likes your stuff. And so the common reasons for no interaction on your Facebook page, or very little interaction on your Facebook page, is that 1, nobody actually likes what you're posting. 2, Facebook isn't showing it to anyone because of the above. 3, you have no idea what your fans want to see. 4, your fans, or the likes on your page, are actually not your target market or ideal clients. Now, this is a really big thing as well. A lot of people will boost their page for likes just to try and get numbers up and do anything, or do those like my page ladders and swap like everybody like how each other's pages things. They, to me, are the biggest waste of likes, because they're not your ideal clients, and everybody's just trying to get more likes for their own pages, but they're not actually interested in buying your products or services. So then when you do run an ad, you're wasting your money targeting it to the wrong people, or you could be. You're trying to sell all the time and not giving any value. This is another big one. Sometimes when I have a look at people's Facebook pages, it's just all salesy stuff. Buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. There's no entertainment, there's no educational content, there's no empowering content. It's just all desperation, basically. So you want to move away from that. Social media does not work that way. And sometimes the less you try and sell things, the more money you'll actually make. So Yes, don't try and sell stuff all the time. You're focused on yourself, not your customers. So I had to highlight this one. I popped that in bold because this is another big reason why a lot of businesses hold themselves back, is they're very, very self-focused on what they want, and they're not focused at all on what the customers actually want. And you have no brand personality, which means your business has nothing that makes it stand out, nothing that makes it unique, nothing that makes people go, hey, this is a cool business, I want to hang out with them, I want to follow them, I want to tell people about them, I want to share their stuff, I want to do business with them. So it's really important to remember that people just don't go on Facebook to shop. They don't go there. They go there to socialize. They go there to hang out with, chat to their friends. They go there to show off their own lives. They go there to waste time or like procrastinate and distract themselves from the things that they should be doing in life. So it's really important that you have to understand why people are on Facebook to start with, in order to successfully promote your products and services on there. So this is the way to get more results from Facebook. Giving the people what they want is the biggest key. You've got to pay attention to what they do like and do a lot more of that. You've got to know the best time of day to post. You can look at this in your insights on your Facebook page. It'll give you statistics as to when most of your fans and followers are online, are the best times to schedule your posts for. You've got to invest in advertising. There's absolutely no point in complaining about Facebook not showing your stuff for free anymore. Every successful business advertises or has a really great marketing campaign. I love advertising because when you do it right, it's kind of like guaranteed gambling. You're like, well, I know that every time I spend $100, I make $1,000. That's how you know you're doing it right. You've got to know your market intimately. You've got to know exactly who you're talking to. You've got to build relationships, and you've got to keep clients coming back. So this is another really important thing about business growth, is that so many people always focus on trying to get new clients, thinking that's the answer, but they don't put enough effort into maintaining or building relationships with their existing clients. You can actually make a lot more money a lot quicker if your existing clients are a lot happier and they come back and tell other people about you. You've already bought them, or you've already paid for them, you've already put in the effort to acquire those clients, so you may as well invest more into them, time-wise, not necessarily money-wise. Keep your profits higher that way and build a better brand reputation as well. Focus on the client always, and remember that social media is actually social plus media, which means people go in there to socialize and share stories and share news. So it's not just a tool for you to go and promote your business and make money. You've got to ideally get your fans and followers and clients involved in what you do, build relationships with them, have conversations, have posts that encourage people to comment on, and get to know each other, and have it like a combination of what's going on in your news stories and what's happening in your business, basically sharing your story through social. So this is just another couple of results that obviously happen when you get those things right. The one on the left here was Lisa in New Zealand. She said, I was lucky enough to find Carissa before I opened my business, and using all of Carissa's marketing techniques from the first post I ever had on our Facebook page, I do all of our studios marketing through Facebook and have brought in over $45,000 worth of sales just from Facebook alone so far. So beforehand, Lisa was actually doing a lot of other advertising, like newspaper, flyer drops, radio, and was not getting much response from it until she started using Facebook, and then she was getting like 25 new clients a week, so that's really great. And on the right here, this was Caroline. She said, I must tell you, I spent $90 boosting an ad and I've had over $9,000 worth of sales for the next 2 weeks. So really incredible results are possible for you when you get it right. And then, so what happens, this is the next issue that people have once they start getting their marketing working really well, because then you get overwhelmed with too many clients and you need to keep growing the business. You need to employ people. You sometimes need to open a second location. Otherwise, your business is going to be held back. Like if you've got the potential to grow, you should grow. And I generally don't enjoy working with people who don't have that mindset of I want to grow really big, because that's how you do business successfully. So what do you do when you get so busy that you can't handle it? Now, this is my personal strategy that I've been using for the past 10 years or so, and that is create, systemize, delegate, repeat. And that's one of the biggest things that I now teach. So if you are a crazy high achieving entrepreneur like myself and you've got a lot of ideas, you always want to go bigger, push yourself further, you need to be able to systemize your business and delegate as much as possible, because it's just not possible to do everything yourself. And if you are a high achieving creative entrepreneur, you generally have a lot of ideas. You can't do them all yourself. You've got to create one, systemize it, delegate it to someone else, and then create the new one. And that keeps you happy too, because you get to keep creating, you keep to actually getting to use your ideas rather than having to turn them away because you don't have time. So once I generally get a new idea for my business working and running smoothly, I always test it myself and get it working first, because that's the fun part, I enjoy that. Then I systemize it and hire someone else to do it, and then move on to the next idea or project in order to keep the business continually growing. And you obviously want to systemize and delegate all the things that you do not enjoy in business as well. So that can be things like, chatting to sales conversations on Facebook. You can systemize that whole kind of sales script and process, or emails, paying bills, chasing up failed payments if you've got something that's a payment plan, sending invoices. Identify. It's really important to me that you identify the things that you're best at and that you love in your business, and you pretty much outsource every single other thing, because then you get to have a very happy, fulfilling and free life, as long as you employ people who actually, their strengths are in doing those things that your strengths are not in. And that's another thing that I teach. So this is what you need to do to be able to have your business running smoothly without you in it, with or without you in it. Some people do like to stay working in the business. You've always got to be a part of it as the owner. You've got to be a good leader and stuff, but these are like the main 12 things that you've got to master. So if you want to pause and write any of these things down, please feel free. Once again, I'd like you to be honest with yourself and identify whether any of these areas you feel could be improved in your business in order to take it to the next level, or allow you. I find when you have all these things on point, like, you can really just feel like a successful and professional business owner. You understand what you're doing, you know what you're doing. You don't have to get stressed anymore because you know how things work. That's one of the main benefits of understanding everything to do with business. So a clear vision and mission. A lot of people are missing this first point. They don't know where they're going, so they don't go anywhere. And they don't have any kind of mission or meaning in their business or their life. They don't know why they're doing it. They don't have a purpose. So this is one of the first things that I help people to get clear on, because your mission should pull you towards the result that you want, rather than feeling like you have to push yourself to keep things running. And your vision should really excite you, because it's something that you want for yourself in your own life. And you know that it's going to make you feel accomplished when you achieve it. And these things can change over time too. You don't have to pick one thing and just do that forever. You set your vision, you reach it, you can come up with a new vision, push yourself even further. Time management, as I mentioned before, this is a big one. I'm very passionate about time management. To me, my time is my most valuable thing in my life, because it's really all you have. You can have lots of money, you can have lots of shiny things, but if you don't have time to enjoy them, or time with your loved ones, or time with yourself or your pets, or to do things that you really enjoy and value in life, then it's not really worth it to me. Cash flow and paying yourself. So a lot of people really don't understand their cash flow. There's money comes in, money comes out. They never know where it's going. They never feel like they have enough. And so many business owners just do not ever pay themselves, which means that they can never really get to the financial situation that they want to, or they always feel like they're taking money out of the business and they're not sure what they can claim on tax and what they can't, and it's just a big mess. So that's a really important part to get right. In marketing and advertising, so yes, this is one part that a lot of business owners are suffering in. They just don't understand how really good marketing and advertising works, and how to make it work for them, because as I've mentioned a couple of times, like, when you get that right, you can just take your business so big so fast. Sales and customer retention. So once again, a lot of people look at sales as being a bit scary. It's really not. Sales is all about focusing on helping people. So businesses help people, and sales can be a really lovely thing, because when you're focused on genuinely trying to help your customers to get the result that they want, and they can sense that from you, they're very willing to give you money to achieve that result, and customer attention as well. So it's really important to remember that, you know, the most common reason why customers never return to a business is because they don't feel valued or cared about. They just feel like the business was just trying to get their money. So really big on trying to build customer relationships, get people to actually really like and trust you, and want to remain an ongoing customer so that they don't feel neglected. Tracking and understanding your numbers. So this comes down to, I've got a formula that I teach people, and I have like a template that's a business scorecard, and you basically track everything, like every single little thing, and what that does. And you know, you can make it fun. It doesn't have to be boring if you're not a numbers person. I'm not a numbers person at all, but I've figured out a way to make it fun to do. It takes the emotion out of business. It takes the fear, it takes the confusion, it takes the stress out. When you really understand what's working and what's not, then you don't have to go, why isn't anything working? And, you know, what happens with this? And how many, what did we do for that to happen? And that kind of thing. So you can see it all there in front of you. You can feel like a very, you know, professional, successful business owner because you understand what's happening in your company. And once you know what works, then yes, you have the ability to once again scale that, or understand that you have the ability to employ more people to do more work and that kind of thing. Lead generation, which generally comes from your marketing and advertising as well. So lead generation is just getting heaps of inquiries and people wanting to do business with you all the time. Then that comes your sales skills after that to convert as many of those leads as possible into long-term paying customers. Leadership skills, so you really do need to be a great leader rather than a boss. There's a big difference between them. A leader is someone who is respected by their team. People actually want to work for you, and it creates a very happy, calm working environment rather than someone, like so many business owners just complain about their bloody staff all the time, and it upsets me. It doesn't have to be like that. Online strategies, SEO and content marketing. So obviously you really need to have your online presence on point these days if you want to do well in your business and have lots of great content out there that's going to get a lot of attention and going to help to grow your business. Brand recognition and personality, which I touched on before. So you want people to know who you are, and you want them to obviously fall in love with you and form an emotional connection with your brand, become a loyal, happy customer. I want to talk about you and tell everyone about you. Automation and delegation. So this also, I didn't write systems here, but this is pretty much systemizing. So you want to have everything written down in very clear, easy to follow instructions. Once again, it sounds hard. It's not. It does not take very long. It is quite easy to do once you get the hang of it. And you want to be able to automate and delegate as much as possible so that your business can run without you having to monitor everything all the time. It's nice to know that things are getting done right. And wealth creation and managing your money. So once you do get to that point where your business is making quite a lot, then what the hell do you do with it? A lot of people get stuck there, or they end up losing it or spending it on things that aren't going to help them continue to grow. So yes, it's a very important thing to understand as a serious business owner as well. So these are all of the things that the Wolfpack Mastermind will help you to achieve, and that's why it's specifically been created and put together. I've been teaching all of these things for the last 3 years. I had a few different individual courses, and so what I've done with the Wolfpack is incorporated everything into one, and it's really more than just a business course. It's all about really bringing great people together, bringing a lot of positive, high-achieving entrepreneurs together to all kind of help each other, make friends, support each other, and celebrate, rather than there's no competition, there's no ego, there's no fear. It's just excitement, and that's the environment that I'm really trying to achieve here. And the reason why I called it the Wolfpack is because the course members actually started that, because everybody started having each other's back and helping each other, and even if someone was struggling, they'd jump in and have a chat and help each other out. So yes, it's cool. I love it, and we're going to have lots of events and meetups and things that all the members get invited to, so they can meet each other in person and that kind of thing, with the overall objective of everyone making enough money and their business running nicely without them so that they can kind of travel to different areas in the world and explore and have a great time and claim it all on tax. So yes, if you're keen for more results like these ones, this is another one. Kirsty did more than 5 times. Last week I did record sales, maybe leaving my still seeds work, but I've done 5 times, grown my business 5 times the size as May last year. I can't remember if I touched on that one already. I may have. Down the bottom left, we've got today we turned over $2,180. It's our best day ever. We did 2,000 in a day just weeks ago, but it keeps getting better. The middle one here was from someone who said, to those of you who are sitting at your computer umming and ahhing about the course, just stop, jump in, both feet. I bought Carissa Hill's book first, which is Girls Just Want to Have Funds, implemented bits, made some money, it worked. Then I stressed whether I had money to do the course, but I made the money to do the course by doing the course, and that's why I've created it so that you can you make money from it as you go, basically. So it's designed to pay for itself, or you make a profit from it as you do it, rather than having to put all the money out front and wait till the end to get results. Completely changed my business. The girls are seeing there's a difference too. It's her staff. She says, don't sit on the sidelines, be on the first team. You'll never know until you do it. I'm actually excited to start doing my accounts this year. And then on the right here, she said, hi, just wanted to say thank you. Since starting the course 8 weeks ago, I've been so busy I've only been able to complete 3 weeks of it so far. I've hired 2 new staff members part-time. My average week was about $2,500 before, and my last 4 weeks have been $4,000, $5,000, $5,500 and $5,500. So that's what I'm trying to help people to do, with the overall goal of being able to make at least $1,000 to $2,000 per day. So if you are a business that's a little bit established, you know, you've got a couple of staff already, you're wanting to take things to the next level, ramp it up, duplicate the business, set it up to run without you, make heaps more cash, this program is there for you, and especially if you have the right attitude for it. So if you are interested in joining the Wolfpack, first of all, I would absolutely love to have you. Please just fill in the form and we'll have a chat. And this hashtag here is the pack's got your back. So yes, I'm always very active in the Facebook group for the course, so is my team members, so are all the other members. Everybody just loves to help each other do well, and that's what's so powerful about surrounding yourself with the right people. It's a game changer. It's going to really help you. The people that try and struggle and do it themselves are the ones that tend to get stressed out and tend to hold themselves back. So it's designed to push you and take you forward and allow you to lift your own level, because when you surround yourself with people who are how you want to be, or who are achieving the kind of results that you want to achieve, you have the ability to all bounce ideas off each other, all learn from each other, and kind of lift yourself to a higher standard than you may have been at already. So I'd love to hear from you. There's a little survey or application form that I've put together here, just because, as I've mentioned, I don't like to let just anybody in. It's not a course that's going to be a quick fix out of desperation. It's something that you need to be really serious about and say, I want this for my life, not just for a month. So yeah, I'd love to hear from you, and I hope you really enjoyed and maybe got some tips out of this video. If you're not interested in joining either, that's totally fine. I just hope that I could have been some help on your life or business journey. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see you soon. Bye.